It's Nolan. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to Inside the Industry, your number one source for music and entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hey, this is another Let's Talk session, meaning that we're going to do a variety show of a few different subjects. If you were looking for any content on my channel earlier today, unfortunately, I didn't have any for y'all because I had some other engagements going on. Like I told y'all a few days ago, I was actually at a panel today educating upcoming artists, producers, and people that want to get their music placed in TV and film. That is what I do outside of YouTube content. So that was a very dope event. Shout out to my guy Matthew. Shout out to everybody that was out there at the Sync Spotlight event today. Great event. But moving on, let's get into the show. First thing, you already know, we got to get to our people that we're thanking. You know what I'm saying? The folks that contribute to Inside the Industry. So big shout out to Miss Sarah B. Big shout out to I Am Nita. And big shout out to L. Scott. We greatly appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for the support. I'm going to play Lotto in y'all honor real quick, and then we're going to get into the subject matter for this evening. All right? Let's get to it.
Ooh, yeah. Man, I done came up out the bottom. Ooh, yeah. Got fresh like I just hit the lotto. Ooh, yeah. They say money can't fix all your problems. Ooh, yeah. But I say throw it in my wallet. Ooh, yeah. Man, I done came up out the bottom. Ooh, yeah. Got fresh like I just hit the lotto. Yeah. They say money can't fix all your problems. Ooh, yeah. But I say throw it in my wallet.
Yeah. Once again, shout out to Miss Sarah B, I Am Nita, and L. Scott for your contributions to Inside the Industry and for your contributions to me personally. We greatly appreciate it over here on the channel. Let's get into what we got for today, all right? So, of course, we got Beyonce, we got Nicki Minaj, we got Diddy on here, and we've got Doja Cat. We're going to get into a few other people. They're not the only folks we're talking about. Of course, Beyonce has everybody abuzz with the success of the new album Cowboy Carter. She's overtaken, I think, all the Apple Music and Spotify charts. I think she's got like the top 20 something records just going straight down the line. This is her biggest debut on Amazon Music. She's got the biggest debut from a female country artist ever. Like, she's just taking everything over, right? And bringing a lot of attention, a lot of press, and just a lot of eyeballs and ears to the genre. So for anybody that was trying to gatekeep her out, for those that offended her back in 2016, everybody, y'all either eating your words or you just even more pissed. But guess what? If you ain't shit and get off the pot, you could be pissed all you want. It's too bad. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Queen B. Shout out to all the success. And shout out to everybody that's going to be feeling the positive effects of said success, right? And because of the people that she employed, the people that she looked out for and gave an opportunity with this album, she's been sending out flowers. We're starting to see the reactions from people that she worked with on the album, from them actually seeing the track list officially be released, down to actually celebrating the fact that the album is out and they get to speak about their contributions to the album. These are people that have been Black people that have been in the country music genre for, you know, a while now, and finally getting that big spotlight after all of the hard work they put in on their own. So not only is this a momentous occasion for Beyonce, I mean, she's done this, she's been there, she's done that, she's been at the top of the pops, top of the charts, everything. This isn't nothing new to her. This is just a continuation of greatness. But for those that are experiencing it for the first time via this Cowboy Carter album, we definitely want to give a big salute and congratulations to y'all. Now, Beyonce has been in a very giving mood. Like I said, she's been sending out flowers, and we're going to get to everybody that she sent flowers on the album. But first, I want to talk about the fact that she sent some flowers out to Miss Nicki Minaj, okay? Which is a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't nothing to scoff at, the fact that she reached out to Nicki, because people have been speculating whether or not her and Nicki are still getting along to this day. They collaborated years ago, but people believe that they've been sending subliminal shots back and forth. It's like a love and hate relationship, plus the fact that Nicki Minaj, you know, called out Roc Nation, Jay-Z, and some other things in the past few months that would have seemed as if things were a little rocky between the two camps. It seems like there has been some sort of olive branch, maybe a conversation behind the scenes that we're not privy to, not to mention the fact that, again, Nicki actually received flowers directly from B, congratulating her on her tour and everything that she has going on with Pink Friday 2, Gag City, and the tour. Right? So in the card, we got Nicki Minaj here. She says pinkfridaynails.com, Pink Friday Nails. This means so much to have the queen make a stop in Gag City as she preps her release. And as you can see here, Beyonce says, "Oh, Nika, I just received your nails collection and I love them. Thank you for thinking of me and congratulations on your launch and your tour. Blessings, love, Beyonce." Okay, so whatever the issue could have been, or if there was ever an issue, it seems that that's gone. Nicki sent her some nails. Beyonce sent her a card back and some flowers saying, "Hey, thank you. Thank you for thinking of me and much love and respect. Blessings." So for people that are feeding into that narrative online, I guess you could put that to rest for now. You know, you just never know. They may be playing nice for the moment and shit can go bad at any moment in the future. But right now it's all peace and love. And I think that's a good space to be in for everyone involved. Okay. Now, in other Nicki news, she stopped in Philadelphia, I believe, last night, and she brought out two Philly legends, or two Philly legendary pillars. So she brought out Freeway, who's one of my favorite artists. What we do is wrong. Shout out to Freeway. Shout out to everything that Freeway's endured in the past few years, with needing a kidney transplant. His daughter needing a kidney transplant and ended up, she passed away. I think he may have lost another child. No, I think it was just that one. But his health has been on like the fringe. So shout out to Freeway, one of the nicest dudes in hip hop. And I mean that in terms of lyrically and just as a person, as a good person. And shout out to the Young Guns who also were brought out on Nicki's tour. So as y'all should know, these are artists that are also affiliated with the Rockefeller family tree. They were directly signed to The Rock. They were Jay-Z's artists in the early 2000s, all the way up until about 2005, 6-ish. Freeway continued to work with Jay-Z and Rock Nation. As a matter of fact, I think a couple years ago, he put out his Think Free project through Rock Nation. So we're starting to see Nicki kind of getting back into the circumference in the family of Rock Nation, Jay-Z, Beyonce. So clearly, I personally believe they had a behind-the-scenes conversation, because she has not been besmirching their name ever since she first came out and said all of these different things. So salute to growth, salute to evolution, and salute to Nicki on that. Also, I want to give her credit for actually apologizing to her team, because she said that she took them through a lot on the tour. She said she was an idiot, as a matter of fact, and who knows what all of that entailed. We saw clips of her screaming on people and stuff like that backstage, but I guess the tour has yielded great results for everyone between Nicki, Republic, the parent company, Universal, etc., and everybody celebrating. So I want to salute her on that. Not everything on this channel is going to be negative. I say when there's good news, I'm going to report on good news. So it's in the interest of fairness and being balanced, man. I don't have any malice toward anybody except perhaps that nigga in the corner. You know what I mean? That's it. Now, getting back to Beyonce. She's been giving love and support again to other Black artists in the space. She also sent flowers to other Black female artists in the country space that, she feels open doors for her. So she reached out to K. Michelle and Mickey Guyton to show her appreciation for what they've already done. She specifically said, "Thank you for opening doors for me, Queen. Keep shining, love and respect, Beyonce," to Mickey Guyton. In her card to K. Michelle, she says, You're killing it. I love what you've been doing, and I know it's not easy to enter a new space. Sending you positivity and respect. I hope to meet you one day. Love, Beyonce." All right. Now, Mickey Guyton became the first Black female solo artist to be nominated for a Grammy in country for her single Black Like Me in 2021. She also used her voice and lyrics to address racial issues, and that continued on her debut album, Remember Her Name. So shout out to Mickey Guyton. I'm glad that, again, these are people we possibly would have never known about, but now we're getting introduced to them through the Beyonce experience, which I think is probably the most important piece of this album, even more so than the actual music itself, which is quality. Of course, K Michelle now performs under the new her country alter ego Budden, and she made the transition from R&B to country in recent years, releasing her debut solo country single Tennessee last year. I made the joke the other day, K Michelle's country music is dry clean music compared to what Beyonce did. I tried to listen to K Michelle's country music, wasn't my cup of tea, but salute to her, shout out to her. She's very talented, very dope vocalist, very good songwriter. Got nothing to take away from K Michelle, but her particular venture into that genre just never really cut the mustard for me, right? But who am I to K Michelle? She's got fans. She's out there performing with fucking Jelly Roll and stuff like that. She's making her way, and I salute her for staying down, going into the trenches out there in Nashville and making her name, cutting her teeth in the space. You know what I mean? So shout out to her on that. Among the others on the album, right, we've got Tana Riddell, Raina Roberts, Shabuzi, and more, who are actually seeing their first taste of big mainstream success due to the success of the album, right? We've also got Linda Martell on the album, where she popped up on Spaghetti and, of course, on the Linda Martell Show, which is a song on the album. So, again, these are folks that are celebrating huge wins, you know, as Beyonce takes on a whole new space, a whole new expedition, you know what I mean, and the whole thing. So, with Tana Riddell, she says, you can expect a long, sappy post tomorrow, but for tonight, I just want to say thank you, Beyonce. You know, she posted a photo of her crying when she saw the track listing, crying from joy, of course. And then we've got Raina Roberts. She came out and said, I'm on Beyonce's album. My first feature ever is with Beyonce. So this is, that is a huge motherfucking ordeal. Like, you ain't did no other features in the industry, period. And then you end up on a Beyonce album doing vocals and contributing. That's fire. She says, yeah, my first feature ever is with Beyonce. Thank you, God. Blackbird feature and Tyrant background vocals. Thank you to everyone who tagged her in my videos and comments. Y'all made this happen. This is literally a dream come true. Right? So that's both Tana Riddell and Raina giving their props and love and respect to Beyonce for including them in on the party. You know, we've got we've got Linda Martell. She's celebrating this occasion as well. She says, I'm proud that Beyonce is exploring her country music roots. What she's doing is beautiful, and I'm honored to be a part of it. It's Beyonce after all. She's been very supportive. Brittany Spencer, Tierra Kennedy. We're going to play Tierra Kennedy because she actually spoke about this whole thing. Shabuzi came out and said 2 songs on a Beyonce album. What? Life Not Even Real Night right now. Y'all can't tell me nothing. Cowboy Carter out now. So everybody's just celebrating and feeling good.
I'm so excited. I have always dreamed of singing with Beyonce, and I never thought that it would happen, but it has. And I just can't believe it, but I'm so excited.
That was Tierra Kennedy talking about how excited she is. So it's crazy, but they did their big one. That's all you can really say. They did they mother effing big one, and we're witnessing history right in front of us, and I think we need to, you know, treat it like such, in my estimation. You know what I'm saying? I always got to put that disclaimer out there. Now, in other news, right, because we do have other people to talk about. So one person we're going to talk about is, of course, the Diddler. We can't go days without the Diddler because there's new updates every mother effing day. So I told y'all Stevie J challenged 50 Cent to a fight, wanted to go one-on-one with him. And shortly after coming out and defending his beloved friend of a couple decades, he pops up with him in Miami, and there's a whole bunch of people that are, I guess coming to his aid, coming to his defense, staying down until the wheels literally fall off. So here's what they had to say.
Down here at Pura Vida by my pad, run into the man right here. What's up? Miami's like that. Yeah. It's a movie. Down here at Pura.
So what's interesting to me is the fact that over the course of the last 4 months, Diddy has been taking a very low profile. Ever since Cassie's lawsuit hit the streets and then a string of other lawsuits hit the streets, this nigga been incognito for the last 4 months. Now all of a sudden his house gets raided and we can't stop seeing this nigga. We got pictures of this motherfucker walking around with his daughters. You know what I'm saying? We got images of this nigga in the house in Miami with Stevie J and other people talking about love, smiling with them big ass veneers he done got in his shit. I don't understand why so many niggas in the industry got them big ass Chico sticks in they shit. But please, I implore all of y'all, man, just because y'all got money don't mean you got to replace your motherfucking teeth. Okay? Now, it's maybe I'm speaking from a place of privilege because I grew up with big ass teeth in my mouth. I had to grow into my shits. But damn, why do y'all niggas want fucking bedroom doors in your shit? Let me get off. Let me chill. Oh man. What else do we got in Diddy news? We got Fat Joe, who was interviewed by Ebro in the morning on Hot 97. They asked him about Diddy. He tried to be very mum. He came to his defense without saying too much. So we at least know some people in the industry are really pulling for this man to get off scot-free. Let's hear what Fat Joe had to say. I really fuck with Fat Joe too, man. I know he's trying to be diplomatic about the situation because they've worked together, made money together, and known each other for so long. But damn.
Nas ain't call it KRS-One.
We know
our guy Diddy is currently in the news crazy. And so he would have been one of those guys. But right now he dealing with something. When you see what you see, somebody that we've worked with in the industry for a long time going through what Diddy's going through right now.
What I can say in the most respectful way is I don't know all the details, but I've been praying for him and his family, and he's my friend for 30 years. And so I'm never, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just see what the outcome is, and I'm praying that the best thing for him and his family and everybody involved. So I'm not disrespecting nobody, but I'm just praying for this whole situation, this nightmare. Praying it goes away.
We've talked about it from the obviously.
Yeah, but bro, let's move on from that, man. You got that. You're the only person who got Fat Joe to say that, right? Let's move on.
I understand.
So in the middle of talking about the situation, he said, don't ask me no more shit about this shit, man. I don't know. Please. I'm not talking to nobody else about this. I gave you the love and respect to give you that answer. I've got no more comment. Next question. Oh man, that nigga Fat Joe got up out of there like a robbery, didn't he? Hell no. We also got Al B. Shore out here hinting. You know what? I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm tired of motherfucking Al B. Shore, man. He out here. This nigga been doing a soft launch for Diddy allegations for too motherfucking long. Salute to you for your health and wealth and prosperity and getting out that coma. But since you woke up, bro, you've been playing on the people top, man. I don't know if you want headlines. I don't know if you want attention. I don't know if you want to get your singing voice back. Much love and respect to you. But what the fuck is this, man? Oh, when y'all find out what's really going on, you're going to really want to call Homeland Security. Maybe you should call Homeland Security for what's going on, man, because maybe they'll listen. Niggas is tired of hearing you soft launching this shit, man. You out here just putting little piece by piece by piece going in your story. Oh, well, yeah, wait till I tell my story. Nigga, when you going to tell the story? Are you waiting on a documentary deal? Like, what the fuck going on, bro? You out here looking like fucking Blues Brothers and shit, man. Let me pull this shit up for y'all, man. Because I'm getting tired of the games.
We're going to be producing the Al B. Shore life story. So hold Hold on to your britches. You'll really understand how I ended up in a coma. You're really going to need to call Homeland Security.
Quincy is wonderful, Albert is wonderful, Devin is wonderful. I'm a happy grandfather. I'm truly in an amazing place. It's unfortunate that social media got their panties in an uproar for telling my son that I love you. I send him a text like that every day. Just follow his new platform and you'll understand why.
So there we have Al B. Shore saying that he's got the Al B. Shore life story coming. I don't know who he's putting it out through. I guess he's gonna keep soft launching that to the official date cons. But bro, you out here playing hopscotch like a motherfucker, man. Like at some point we need to get to the destination, man. By the time we get there, the plane is gonna already be landed. Like what the fuck? You know, he said he had the social media in an uproar about him saying he loved his son and all this good shit and come home. Talking about he sent him that text every day and shit. I don't know how accurate that is. I mean, I can't say what that man sent his son and not. But it just seemed a little weird. Letter to my son. Come home. The door is wide open. You're safe here, son. I love you. Pops, you're biological. This nigga 30-something years old. What the hell you mean you're safe here? Nigga should have been safe there before. Why you gotta be safe there now? Why you ain't save him before? Hell, I'm sure this boy done seen all type of shit. Yeah. Know what I mean? But love and light to you. Don't want to see nothing happen to you. I hope that you remain in safety while you're trying to publish your story. But, you know, ain't nobody safe with me. I'm going to be honest. Over here on Inside the Industry, we got to talk that real shit, man. We can't be letting people play on our head top, no Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Even when it comes from people that we like, even when it comes to people that we would like to believe have the best interests of everyone involved, if something seems a little fishy, something seems a little off, I got to say how it feels in my spirit. Just got to be real, man. You know? But in other news, we've got Doja Cat. She put out the album cover, or the cover to her new song, Masc, which is coming out soon. Yesterday, I told y'all about the update. I told y'all that she's going to actually drop Scarlet 2, which is going to be a whole nother album or edition of the album, which is going to be very interesting. But she did put up a cover of some sort, which showed her hair. It was basically just her hair. That's the cover. And y'all know she has, you know, blonde curls in her head. And unfortunately, she was met with some backlash on social media. People talking about her. Y'all got to keep in perspective. A lot of Doja fans, the majority are white people, white women, more namely, white guys. And they basically were trying to make fun of her, saying that her hair looked like pubes. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't understand. I mean, I don't even know what made them think this shit look like pubes, because I don't know if they shit look like that. I wouldn't know. You know what I'm saying? But here we are, and she came out and decided to address some things today.
I had a photographer take a picture of the top of my head, and we blew it up, and we made it so that my album cover is my hair. So my hair, to describe it, it's 4C hair texture. My hair is just 4C. And a lot of y'all don't give a fuck. And that's good. Great. Let it just whiz on by. That's my hair. That's fine. It's okay. No comment. Or beautiful. That looks great. Cool. Or if like you fucking hate me, like sure, say some wild go for it. Fucking country. All right. However, I'm seeing a consistent pattern in my comment section of people saying, is my hair pubic hair? Is it carpet or is it sheep's wool? I had a photographer take a picture of the top of my head, and we blew it up, and we made it so that my album cover is my hair. And it's not even questioned. Some people are being like, that's what it is. But like people comparing my hair to sheep and pubes and carpet and popcorn and shit like that. Like, we we gotta move forward. Let's move forward. Let's grow. Let's stop. Cause I can't tell you what to do. I'm not your parents. Pubic hair? Really? That's where we stand? And it's not even questioned. Some people are being like, that's what it is. But like people comparing my hair to sheep and.
So yeah, there we have Doja speaking out, going against the fans, which is obviously one of her favorite things to do anyway. You know what I'm saying? But I think she was fully justified in this shit because although it is an odd album cover to just have a photographer, zoom in on your hair specifically and show nothing else, some people may call that artsy, whatever. Sure, it's your prerogative. If the label cleared it, fuck it. You know what I mean? And if that's a statement, which is also a possibility, trying to show some remnants of connection to a black audience by showing her hair, even though it's blonde. So, Doja's an odd person. She does things to get a rise out of people. She's definitely, she definitely cries wolf a bit. But when she's right, she's right. So I got to give her that. I think it's definitely out of line for people to call her hair pubes. Shit's weird. But when you have an overwhelmingly white fan base that doesn't understand your background, understand your heritage, you know what I'm saying? She can easily kind of be white passing if that's her prerogative, which I've never seen her actually do outside of the way she talks and being in those chat rooms. But I don't even know if that's a white thing more so than just the type of people she may identify with the most based on her upbringing, because her dad is black, but she wasn't really raised with him. I think the only thing that he ever contributed to her was music. They kind of bonded on that, but other than that, he wasn't really around like that, to my knowledge. So I think it's just weird. I don't think anybody would respond positively to your fans talking shit about your hair in that way. Moving right along to the next thing, we've got Summer Walker. Unfortunately, Summer Walker was overseas trying to get her money. She was the headliner for Australia and New Zealand's R&B and Soul Music Festival, Sold Out. And unfortunately, she is currently battling a case of bronchitis. Okay? Now, with all of the... Jesus. They say with all of the coughing and hacking that comes with it, most would head on to the doctor for a Z-Pack. Sources told the site Summer doesn't believe in modern medicine and has been soothing her throat with a blend of herbs and teas. She was, however, able to do both shows in Auckland, New Zealand, and in Melbourne, Australia. But it seems that she's going to be doing some bed rest and doing very limited talking to save her vocal cords for the stage for the remainder of the touring that she's been doing. So, gonna wish Summer Walker all the best. I don't know why this became a headline for real. Especially with them talking about how she doesn't believe in modern medicine and been drinking tea and herbs. I think there's a lot of people out there that diverge from modern medicine and would do tea and herbs to combat bronchitis. I mean, unless you have a severe case, I get it. I mean, I just had bronchitis not too long ago, back last month. So I can understand how I can knock your ass down because it took me out the game for nearly 2 weeks. Right? I was hacking all over the goddamn place. I couldn't even get on fucking YouTube. Shit, I missed out on money. So, salute to Summer Walker being able to continue to do those 2 shows despite her battling with it. Maybe them goddamn tea and herbs, maybe you should be sending me some of that shit in the mail. Coming from somebody who don't even enjoy performing and used to put on shit shows, I might need the herbs. Well, maybe not, because you'll be into some other shit. There's speculation she be on that booger sugar, so maybe I don't need to know what you doing to get over your bronchial issues. We'll keep moving. Let me get Doja's goddamn hair off my screen too, goddamn. Moving on to the next one. Next up in the docket, we've got Teyana Taylor and Iman Shumpert. Okay, this has been ongoing for quite some time. The new story on the horizon: Teyana Taylor's attorney clears the air following motions that claimed their children were confused after Iman Shumpert's adult sleepovers with a female friend. As we all know, her and Iman are going through a pretty fucked up divorce. They don't want to be together no more. They've taken separate routes. We've seen Iman pop up with numerous women before and after the breakup. Teyana's been dealing with this, unfortunately, in a public manner when she wanted to keep all of this private. However, Iman signed off on their names being disclosed via the lawsuits. So here we are. All of this shit continues to hit the net. News broke Thursday evening that Teyana Taylor's attorney filed a motion asking the court to allow a child psychologist to testify about how divorce can impact the growth and well-being of children, including when they are unfamiliar or romantically involved adults around the kids during and immediately after divorce proceedings. This comes after Teyana's oldest daughter apparently saw her dad sleeping in the bed with a female friend, quote unquote. According to the court documents, Teyana and Iman's oldest daughter told Teyana that Iman, I called this nigga email, good God. That Iman's quote unquote friend was sleeping in the bed with her daddy, and that female friend and her child would be staying with him because her house was broken. So let's just break that down. Let's just dive into that pool of sharks real quick. So the daughter's coming to mom saying, yo, daddy been having some friend sleeping over at the house. She been in the bed with him, and she even brings her kid over. These motherfuckers playing the house around me, ma. Get me the fuck out of here. I don't like the friend, and I don't like her baby neither. What can we do? I can relate to some of this shit. I saw this shit growing up. My pops was a Rolling Stone that he used to roll quite a bit, goddamn. So, love him to pieces, but I seen some of this stuff too. I think I turned out pretty fire, but you know, when it comes to little girls seeing this type of shit, there's a different emotional connection, especially if she would rather be in the room with her dad than some other lady she don't fucking know. Anyway, they done told the little girl her house was broken. Was it broken into? Did she lose her home? Like, what the hell does broken mean? Iman bringing in charity cases. You'd rather lose a breadwinner for charity cases? Sounds about right, honestly, because he didn't want fucking Teyana out here working and doing the shit anyway. I think that they're alleging that part of her retirement wasn't just because she wasn't receiving love from the fans. This nigga didn't want her going out making the money. He felt some type of way because shit wasn't moving as fast. She had some connections, helped him get, his acting jobs, got him on the Shy, got him out here finding his way, but he don't want her to go out and make bread. He want her at the home, barefoot and pregnant, cooking popcorn on a goddamn iron skillet. Goddamn. And I fucks with you, Iman, but come on, dog. Your public persona is so different. I thought you was a different type nigga, dog. Anyway. Yeah, seeing this apparently left the oldest daughter feeling extremely uncomfortable. See, I hadn't even read the statement, but I figured daughter gonna feel uncomfortable, like, nigga, what the fuck? So they spoke to Teyana's attorney, and she exclusively said that the hope is to have a child psychologist and their children's teachers testify. Children's teachers? Y'all going a little far for that now. Teyana, what the fuck, man? That's a little far. Why you gonna get kids' teachers involved? To testify is primarily for the well-being of the kids, adding that Teyana is not worried nor concerned about who her ex is dating, and that's what's important to her is the safety of her kids, remaining aware of who is around them and what they're exposed to, and ensuring neither party is being irresponsible or reckless. The attorney argues that if the roles were reversed, a mother would be deemed unfit in the event her child witnessed them sleeping in the bed with a male friend. This is true. A lot of niggas be trying to play that role. And I've seen that too on the other side of the game in my travels. But yeah, dog, if Teyana had a random around your daughter or your kids, You'll be trying to kick down the door. Well, let me see my kids, nigga. You ain't been here in 8 months. Now all of a sudden you want to see your kids because a new nigga done crept up. Fuck out of here. So a lot of y'all niggas be trying to play them games. Y'all, that's why y'all be losing on the Monopoly board. Be getting the Monopoly boot instead of actual real estate. Y'all niggas be missing out on them 200s on go. It's equal opportunity world, man. Don't do shit that you wouldn't want the other person to do. But if you live by that, y'all probably wouldn't be getting a divorce. Additional parties called to testify in relation to the children include, again, their teachers, who will speak to their schooling and education, and a representative who will speak to the children being accommodated during work negotiations. So, again, I think getting the teachers involved is a little bit excessive. Is when this is a personal matter between two parents. I mean, it's one thing to get child psychologists involved because, you know, at least that's a therapy thing. That's something that could be worked on. But when you get your child's teachers involved and they know what's going on in the home, that kind of puts a little bit too much on the teacher's radar. They're going to be paying extra attention to your kid, and now they're going to be in your motherfucking business. Every time the girl show up with a shoe untied, they're going to be like, hey, well, is it because of dad? Is it because of what's going on with the dad? Like, Teyana, I think that's a little bit irresponsible. If y'all can't handle that shit between y'all and the lawyers and figuring out how to do this, you might need to just figure out a different visitation policy or something. But I don't like that. That's just me, though. And that's not placing any blame on Teyana. I'm just calling out that piece of the pie. I think I went hard enough on goddamn Iman, no Diddy. I meant to get into this whole Kanye shit the other day, too. He comes out and says, everyone knows I watched Kendrick on No More Parties in LA. I was a little bit tight when he said that. I went back and listened to it. He did wash him. That third verse. But the ball was in his court, you know, because Kendrick was basically doing a Ye impression on that song. He was trying to fit into, because Kendrick don't really rap about women all that much, especially not from a sexual aspect. He normally would go, you know, he talks about it, but like he'll do stuff like We Cry Together, which is like a conscious record cosplaying as ratchet activity, right? Or he'll talk about it in the context of, if you listen to Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, women play a role in the album. Like, he talks about his experience of when he first started going on tour and getting money and shit like that. He cheated on his current wife, you know, because he was getting his first taste of white women and women being so interested and enamored by him. He couldn't turn down the opportunity. I mean, he was young. But getting on this song with Kanye is a different context because it's more so objectifying women than talking about a genuine experience. And then Ye comes in, and that's something that he does very well, and he was able to flex lyrically. I think he was on like a 14-hour flight where he wrote the third verse on that song. So the ball was in his court. So I think if y'all were in the studio together, there's no way in hell you watch Kendrick, period. He says, everyone knows I watched Drake at the Free Hoover concert. The catalog was better. I'll say that. Kanye's definitely a better performer than Drake, but the nigga don't even be performing no more. He be going out on stage just doing listening sessions, pressing play on a motherfucking aux cord. Like, dog, do you not know your songs? He says, everyone knows I brought Adidas into this culture and I took them out. You didn't bring Adidas into the culture. Did we not know about Run DMC? You reintroduced Adidas as a primary player in this new era. So I think you should have said this generation rather than this culture. I know you don't always use the right words, but I will give you credit for that, especially since you went in there with Yeezy designs. They took some of your designs and created knockoffs and gave them traditional Adidas branding. So that was fucking foul. And I took them out. Everyone knows Lotta, Demna, Virgil, Jerry, Kim all work for me. So he's basically saying all of these influential people also worked for me. I brought them into the culture. So he's basically bigging himself up. He says, I made Yeezus, Dark Fantasy, Pablo, Graduation, Throne, 808s. I made Runway, Devil in a New Dress, Father Stretch. I am the only person to come back to #1 after cancellation. There is only one GOAT. I stand by me. My friends call me Ye. And you did do all of that, as a matter of fact. I mean, I got to give you credit. When you're right, you're right. But when you wrong, you are damn wrong. Okay? And I think you should also take some time out to give credit to your co-creators, because you didn't do this stuff alone. As a matter of fact, you do the very least work out of everybody on your own albums. And I say that with all due love and respect, because your first few albums that you did, I was a huge fan. You know what I'm saying? First 10 years of his career, I was definitely a Kanye fan. I was buying pink polos and shit in high school. Yes, off this nigga, not Cameron. You know? So, but I think you should give your due respect to the guys whose pen you utilize. When I'm talking about Rhyme Fest, when I'm talking about Consequence, when I'm talking about Sci-Hi the Prince, when I'm talking about Travis Scott, when I'm talking about Kendrick Lamar, who came in during the Life of Pablo era, helping you write your shit. How you gonna wash a nigga who helped write your shit? I'm gonna leave it alone. I think I said enough. And give the producers they credit too, the niggas that really be making your beats. Anyway, in other Kanye news, Amber Rose claims that Kanye urged her to dress seductively despite her conservative hesitations. She says, "I get what I came off as, but I am so not her," which I think is very interesting, because I could have swore Amber Rose was a stripper before meeting Kanye out in Philly. But here's what she says. Amber Rose explains that following her rocky relationship that started in 2008, the heartless rapper Kanye West forced her to wear more sexy clothing than she liked. Now, this does bring some parallels here to relationships that came after, right? We know that Kim Kardashian looked a certain way before she went public with him. He completely changed her wardrobe, completely removed items out of her wardrobe that he did not approve of, and replaced them with shit that he would rather or prefer her to wear. So much so, in his new relationship, his new wife, Bianca Censori, can only wear the clothing that this nigga seems to give her. Once again, her ass and titties are out interchangeably by the day. He gets to have on big ass hoodies that cover up his whole body. He gets to wear masks. He gets to wear big ass Yeezy boots. And Bianca walking around here with mother effing pantyhose on with the ass cut out. I don't know what type of porn addiction you got, or what type of whatever you got going on that feels like you can control what these ladies do to that extent, but why can't nobody redress your ass? Anyway, Amber talks about how she felt like she became this sex pot type of girl. All of a sudden in the media after their relationship, she goes on to explain that despite being conservative at her core, he urged her to be provocative. She said, "That was my first relationship with a celebrity ever, but also in the public eye. And he knows a lot about fashion, and he always wanted me to dress very sexy. Although this put a negative image on Rose, she explains that she was just young and went along with it. I would have producers saying, 'We want to do this video for MTV, and we want you at the pool with a bikini on, martini in your hand.' And I'm like, I'm so not her. Like, I'm so not her. And I get what I come off as, but again, I am so not her." And they're like, "Well, I guess you don't want to do it then." Right? After her and Kanye's separation in 2010, she says that she couldn't shake the sexy image and felt pigeonholed into one category. But who made you do the slut walk? You did the slut walk maybe like 4-5 years later. I feel this is a little bit disingenuous. I understand. I do 100,000% believe that he reconstructed her look. But again, you was a stripper before meeting him. So you couldn't be that conservative, because who was conserving your goddamn goodies on stage? But then, he gives you whatever he wants you to have. Y'all start wearing matching jean jackets and shit. He's giving you the tightest motherfucking jeggings that he can find for you to, play up the booty, right? He's kissing on you, grabbing on your ass in public at the VMAs with a goddamn bottle of Hennessy and shit, making you seem like an item, definitely an itemized tax write-off, if nothing else. So I understand where you're going with that. But after you left him, you had the ability, because who was booking you for music videos at that point? Only motherfucker that really cared was Wiz Khalifa. And again, 21 Savage dated you and they went to the slut walk together. So what happened there? You were still pigeonholed 5 years later. It's not like people was paying you to do anything. You had basically left the culture outside the rappers you dated, and it was never to the degree of Kanye again. So I'm sure, no, not even I'm sure, we saw it in real time. Your image was never put on Front Street to that degree ever again. So to say you were pigeonholed, you could have easily become a conservative woman, the conservative woman that you said you always were from there. You could have went back and eventually got a desk job. It's not like they had pornos on you or no shit. So I just think people come out and they put a little bit of truth with a whole lot of cap and they try to reconstruct some shit. And I'm just not going for it. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. I got to call all the flags on the play. And for some of the flags I'm calling, y'all might say, damn, Nolan, flag on the play for you. You going hard. I don't give a fuck. No Diddy. Okay? That's my show. We've been on for 45 minutes. Much love and respect. I thank y'all for tuning in. I think I've covered everything that I wanted. This is going to be my only video for the evening. Again, I had an action-packed day. Spent some time with my family. Spent some time with my son. Had to go off and do the Sing Spotlight event. Shout out to everyone that was there once again. Matthew, the whole crew. We had a successful event. I was able to do some education. You know what I'm saying? Did a nice panel with some of my counterparts. Shout out to London Elixir. Bryce Green, Jay Putty, Jay Josephine. Y'all don't know these people, but they were, you know what I mean? These are my folks that we were on stage and doing a good thing. So much love and respect to them. Much love and respect to y'all, my insiders. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Become an insider. You don't want to stay outside. You know what I'm saying? It gets cold sometimes, and it may get too hot for you. We got AC too now. All right? Much love and respect. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rags. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some battery. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.